In this video, I am going to show you how you can turn any item, and when I say any item, I really mean anything you can think of, such as a toy car or Legos, into NFTs. This is something that nobody has done before, and it's going to be super easy. And if you have anything special at home or just something you want to turn into an NFT and try to sell, then this video is perfect for you, and I think there's a good opportunity in this. As always, make sure to leave the like and to subscribe if this video helps you out, and without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, as you guys can see, I am currently on my laptop, and to begin with, we want to just find an item that we want to turn into an NFT. Now, when we have found an item such as this toy car, for example, we need to go ahead and download an application for this. And to do this, we actually need to have a phone, but I'm guessing that almost everybody that watches this has a phone already. And on this phone, we are going to get a mobile app we are going to do this with. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm on my phone right here. Yeah, first of all, what we need to do to be able to create this is we have to download an app, and this app is called QLoan. So what you want to do is go ahead and open the App Store. And then here in the App Store, we want to search for QLoan, and then it should pop right up. So it's this application right here, QLoan 3D scanner, that we need. And yeah, so just make sure to download that, and then we'll be good. Then we can go ahead and create a 3D NFT. Alright, so I'm just opening the QLoan app now. As you guys can see, it's starting up. When you log into this app the first time, it will take some time to load everything, but you should be right here then. And then you just have to follow through some quick steps to get to this gallery right here. And then you can already see, here's the basic 3D model that we can already see. And this is basically what we can do with this app. And when you ask me, this looks absolutely great. So now what we want to do is we want to just go out here again. And of course, we want to create our own model. Before we get into the scanning, I just quickly wanted to announce that I have a second channel now. And on the second channel, I'm talking about finance and all that stuff too. So make sure to follow that. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I am actually going to give away $100 in ETH. So just go over there and subscribe. It's linked down in the description below. But now back to the video. Alright, so now that we want to create our own object, we have to click on the plus sign right here. And here there are two options. Once that we just scan an object without anything, and then once that we use a mat. The one with scanning the object without like this little paper mat costs money, so we obviously want to do the paper mat one. And for that, we get an introduction now. So basically what we have to do, we have to print out this mat. So you can see it's just like a paper and then with some black dots on it, and it's basically just for them to know and size your object well. And here we already get a preview of how this works. So basically we can turn any object that we find into a 3D object and then into an NFT with this. Basically, you just put it onto the mat and then you can scan it in. So if you have clicked through that instruction, you will be right here, and then you can click on AirPrint or like getting it with email. And I will just recommend you to get it with like email. So I will just quickly download this and then print it out, and then we can go ahead with the creation process. Alright, I have my piece of paper now with this print on it, and we can go ahead and scan our object now. And for the objects, you can really use anything. Maybe you use something that people will actually like. So if you have like a little toy duck or something, you can just turn that into NFTs. And I think because this is not the usual NFT art, this might actually do well. Some people might be interested in buying this. Here we want to click on with mat now. And once you have clicked on it, you will see that it will activate your camera. And here we just get a quick introduction to everything, and then we are basically ready to scan our object. So what I did is basically pull out the camera, and as you guys can see, this little oval thing. Now I just had to move my phone around the object to scan everything, and it took some time. And it was actually a bit laggy, but it still worked. You just have to make these blue tiles disappear, and I did that pretty fast. And when I was done, they basically rendered out the model, and this is what it looked like. I wasn't really happy with the result I got, so the great thing is they have a feature so you can scan it again and give more data so that they can combine some images and maybe create a better model. So that's what I did. I just clicked on it and scanned everything once again. But it still turned out not to be as I expected it to be. But I know for sure this works really great with some other objects, because I've, for example, seen this object being scanned in, and this just absolutely looks great. I would think it was just a problem with the perspective and my item. But yeah, it's still fine, because you know, you can make a story out of this. And so now when we go back here, we have that in our library too. And when we click on it, we can see our great item here. We can move it around as much you want, and we can see this object from every side. So that is great. And remember, this is a free app to create these 3D models. So now what is left to do is we have to export this. It's pretty easy. Just click on this button right here. And then unfortunately we can export it as an OBJ file, for example, because that takes the premium version, but we can still export it as a GIF file, as a video file, and as a picture, and I think that's absolutely great. So I exported it as a video file, but there was this watermark on it, but that wasn't really crucial because I just decided to edit it out, and you could still see this whole object perfectly, so it wasn't bad at all. Now that I've created and exported my amazing 3D model, we can go ahead and turn this into an NFT, because right now it's just a video in my camera roll, but I mean, it doesn't take long. Alright, so now I have exported my file onto my desktop. As you guys can see, it's right here, and we can go ahead and now upload this to our marketplace. And for that, I'm just going to use OpenSea, so just search up OpenSea, and then we can get into this right here. So if you don't already have an account on OpenSea, you can pretty easily just create an account by going on here and then connecting a MetaMask account. And like a MetaMask account is really easy to create. It's just like 5 seconds to create that. You can search up in a tutorial for that if you don't have that already. But yeah, otherwise just log in here and then you will be on your page right here. And what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and go onto the Create tab up here. Now, when we go on to Create, we just have to sign this message and we are in here now. So now that we are in here, create a new item, pretty straightforward. What we want to do is we want to first of all drop our file in here. So I'm just going to minimize this, and then I am going to get my file and drop it in here. As simple as that. I've got my video file in there, so you can see it supports JPEG, PNG, GIF, MP4. So hypothetically, I could have turned this into a GIF too, or whatever I wanted to, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like this now. So, but now because it's a video, we have to have a preview image. I'm just gonna use an image of this. So basically just the frame of this video. So I'm just gonna minimize this now and then pull this one in. So nothing crazy. Now we get to the fun part. We can create a name for this, and I'm just gonna call this Lego Towers, because I think that fits it perfectly, or Busted Legos, or whatever you want to call it. Just come up with a creative name, and maybe even if you want to sell it, a name that you think would sell well or people will search for, and then we can move on. We can also add an external link, so this is basically just a link where you can put in a website or like your Instagram or whatever, so just put that in if you want to do that. And then on the description, you can be really creative. You can write much about this item so that people might get interested in buying it. And yeah, just come up with something right here. Then the collection tab, we are going to skip that because this is not a collection obviously, but a single item. So the supply is going to be 1, 2. And also it's not explicit or sensitive content, so we don't have to check this. And the same with unlockable content. So This is just going to be like that, as simple as that. And then we can go over here and choose our blockchain. And here we are just going to use Ethereum. You can choose Polygon as well, or whatever you like. But yeah, that just works fine. Now we'll just have a last check if everything is here. I think this looks great. So we can go ahead and click on the create button. Now we just have to confirm that we are not a robot. And as easy as that, we have created the NFT Broken Legos. So that was pretty easy, and we have a nice 3D model just created with a phone and some object that we found. You can try this too and then maybe ask some people if they want to buy it. If this video helped you out, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe, because this is probably the easiest way you can create some NFTs right now. And yeah, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comment section and I will try to reply. Also, make sure to follow on Instagram and my second channel. And with that said, I will hopefully see you guys next time. Bye.